Hey all, Ryan M. Shade, your therapist. I'm the guy your therapist comes to see for therapy. Coming to you today from the Desert Walk at the Franciscan Renewal Center. My Phoenicians might notice Camelback Mountain right there in the background. Wanted to talk today though about shame and the idea that shame doesn't work ever. You've used it your entire life probably to talk to yourself. Maybe you use it in some of your parenting accidentally or on purpose because that's the way you were parented. But wanted to really talk about this idea that shame does not work. A lot of the time we think that if we just shame ourselves about a behavior or a way of thinking or something like that, then that will change it. But the reality is it doesn't. So I want you to ask yourself, how many times, how long have you been using shame or trying to use shame to change some kind of behavior and it's never worked for you? When I'm talking to clients about shame, I often like to use this story. I was working with a woman who is a runner, and I was asking her, when you're running up a hill that's really, really difficult for you, how do you get yourself up that hill? Because I happen to know a little bit about her self-talk. I had a feeling she was going to tell me that she shames herself, that she calls herself names and does that sort of thing, talks a lot of crap. And in fact, that's exactly what she said she does. She shames herself up the hill. She's like, what's wrong with you? And you know, lots of not safe for work language. And she said she gets up that hill. And I asked her a really simple question. I said, what would happen if you loved yourself up that hill? And she said, I'd probably quit. So I said, really? You would quit? You would stop halfway up a hill when you're running, which you love to do, if you loved yourself up the hill? If you said, come on, you're amazing, you can do this, you got this, you've done this before. And she stopped and she said, okay, well, maybe that would get me up the hill. Because I didn't really think about it like encouragement, but encouraging myself. And I said, okay, so which one would you rather use? Talking crap about yourself, negative self-talk, things that you know lead to low self-esteem and self-worth, or a more loving, encouraging way to talk to yourself? And she stopped and she said, you know what? I've used the other one so long and I know that it works, I'm probably just going to use it. I know what you're saying, but I'll probably use it. And I said, okay. And I said, but I have one more question. And folks who have seen me for therapy know I'm a little bit like Columbo in that sense, if you know the reference, where he would say just one more thing, and that's when he would crack the case open. So I said, one more question for her. I said, if you had a 6-year-old daughter, and she was going through something and trying to accomplish something that was very difficult for her, which one would you use for her? And she stopped and thought for a second. She said, I hate it when you do that, Ryan. But that's the reality, right? So would you treat a 6-year-old as badly as you treat yourself in your own thoughts? Remember, shame doesn't work. It's never worked in your entire life. It's not going to work now. Loving and encouraging yourself, even your younger self, when you think about some of the things you've done in the past, maybe you're embarrassed about. Loving and encouraging that person, loving and encouraging your children, loving and encouraging anybody in your life, that's the way to help people change. It's not shame. So thanks for watching. Take care of you.